everyone, it's me Jenny, and this is another cosplay crafts chat thing, and today I'm going to be talking about my new cosplay that I've just started working on, and I made my announcement last week that the new cosplay that I'll be working on is Maka from Soul Eater, which is one of my favourite animes. It's one of the few animes that I've watched both the sub and the dub, and I enjoy both equally, although I tend to watch the dub more often just simply because I like to enjoy it and get in the swing of it without actually having to focus in on it. So I like to be able to watch it while doing other things, so that helps with the dub. And I just kind of, for my first talk about this actual cosplay that I will be working through entirely with you guys from First Principles, is applying some of the ideas that I previously talked about to this character, starting with why I have chosen this character. Maka is one of the, if not the main character from Soul Eater. Technically the title character is her weapon Soul, but I think of her as the lead in this anime. Why do I like her? I think she is a badass. She's really strong and powerful in terms of her physical capabilities, despite being perhaps the weakest within the trio that goes through this series as the main Meisters. She is by far the weakest, and yet she is still a badass. At the beginning of the series she's collected 99 souls, that means 99 battles that she has won, which I think is really cool. She is really physically strong, she's really clever, she's kind of like a little mini Hermione in this world. She studies, she works really hard, and she gets the best grades. She spends, she's been prepping for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then she does extra prep before the exams, and she does really well because she tries really hard. And I really like that as a character trait. I really respect people who respect intelligence and respect hard work, and I really like that. I like how, as I said, she's really powerful, she's really strong. I like that in the end, in the final boss battle, you discover so many things. She has a superpower that's completely unheard of until the last boss battle, and that's not what wins the battle. What wins the battle is her character trait of not having given up. And I just realised that the bus went past behind me, so probably everyone on the bus saw me talking to my camera. I'm going red right now. Anyway, yes, I really like how her character progresses. I really love her story. I've only done one Soul Eater review, and I believe that was for the first, I think, 5 or 6 episodes. I hadn't actually finished the series, and I've since bought the DVDs and watched it, I think, 3 or 4 times, the whole series, and I do really love the series. And I said that I like how the women are really strong and the boys are really weak. And in the end, after watching this series quite a few times, I realised that just all the characters are complex. Yes, the boys are maybe to begin with slightly more a mess than the girls, who kind of want it more on the end, but all of them have very human insecurities, and Maka, more so than many, she is very insecure, she's very nervous, she feels incredibly guilty for what happens to Soul with black blood, and I really like that she's a flawed, complicated, clever, badass character. That's why I like her, and I like the anime. I like the overall message, which is, in the end, what wins the day is her bravery and her hard work. And that's a theme in a lot of animes, but I do like how it's stated in this anime, as well as it being fun and silly and not at all fan servicey. I mean, it has fan service in terms of enormous boss battle type things, but it's not sexualized fan service, which I very much appreciate, which is why I really want to represent this character, because I like the anime that it is part of. Number 2, choosing the costume and why is it iconic. Maka, as far as I know, has about 4 costumes in the whole series. There is her school uniform, there is the ball prom dress, there is the black room dress, and there is her pyjamas. And 99% of this anime series she is wearing her school uniform, and it's a very iconic look. It's a little red skirt, white shirt, yellow jumper, big sweeping black cape, and those little boots. And it's a really neat costume. It's very, if you know the character, you know that costume. That is her costume. A compliment of other people wearing Soul Eater costumes, you probably wouldn't recognise that character, but if you see her in that school uniform and you know the anime, you can recognise that character. It's very iconic. In terms of breaking down the costume into manageable chunks, it's a very good costume for someone who's not very good at cosplay, like me. I'm not a good cosplayer by any shape or form, but what I like about this costume is it's both challenging and simple at the same time. There's things that I can do in this costume that are very simple. Maka, for example, it's she doesn't have any extreme makeup, she doesn't have any facial scars, she doesn't have anything like that. So the makeup is very simple, which is great because I am awful at makeup. I don't wear a lot of it. I'm out of practice. It's not a good thing for me. Similarly, her hair is blonde and about my length if I wear it in pigtails. So it's very easy to manage. Obviously, I'd do more work with that. I'd straighten it and style it a bit more, but it's very simple. I wouldn't need to wear a wig. So in terms of that level of production, it's very simple and very easy to access. Other aspects of a costume, like the shirt, the jumper and the skirt, I can purchase and alter items that are very similar to them quite easily without having to spend either too much money or spend too much time altering them. They're very, very simple items which I can do well, and I've talked before about doing simple items well is almost, if not better in some ways, than doing more complicated things badly. So I'm very much looking forward to getting those items because they're very simple, and once they're done I've got the base items. But I will also be challenging myself. The biggest challenge will be, of course, Soul Eater the Scythe. I'm very much looking forward to that. It's going to be a challenge, and that's really exciting. I'm not very experienced with prop making, and that is an ultimate prop and I have to do it well. So I'm very much looking forward to making a soul. Similarly, the boots, I usually neglect footwear when it comes to cosplay. I was very happy with my Morgiana cosplay because all I had to do was wander around barefoot all day. Shoes is one of the things that I really, really neglect with cosplay, and I really want to do justice to those cute little boots. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge of doing that. And the biggest challenge in terms of sewing will be the coat. The big, flared, awesome coat that has got to fit over those puff-sleeved shirts and has the cuffs and the little gloves. And that's going to be a real challenge in terms of my sewing ability. So there is simple aspects to this costume that I can do really well, I hope, with very little alteration, but there are complicated bits that can challenge me, and I am really excited to do. So there we go. First cosplay talk on my Maka costume. Next week I'll probably be starting with the base items and where I bought them and how I'm going to alter them, and then in the next couple of weeks we'll see how this costume progresses. Hopefully with your support and having to do these vlogs every week I will actually make progress. I'm actually really looking forward to it. So there we go. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment down below, and I will see you guys all next week for another cosplay video. See you guys soon. Bye guys.